Good afternoon, Andrew Doak Cooks on this Super Bowl Sunday. What are we doing today? Well, we're taking some stock of our inventory is what we're doing today. Obviously, I'm going to be preparing wings on Sunday. That's easy. That's fine. I actually am hungry right now, so I'm actually going to prepare some pork fried rice for myself for lunch because I'm hungry. But that then leads us into what are in these two packets. I have frozen rotisserie chicken, deboned, and then I have wing meat that has been deboned as well. And both of these are frozen. So I'm going to actually prepare a fun appetizer for the big game on Sunday, which is going to encompass both of these guys. I'm going to break these guys down and show you what you can do to entice and really make your guest super envious, because this is going to be super yummy and it's not hard to do. So let's get into it. So let's talk about this for a second. So I have, normally what I'll do is I'll go to the grocery store and I'll grab a rotisserie chicken and I'll bring it home and I'll debone it. And if I'm lucky, I'll have some wings in the fridge. I'll debone those so that I can add some fat back into the rotisserie chicken, because the rotisserie chicken is often very lean. So add the fat back into it and you combine them. Bob's your uncle. It's delicious. What I also do, because I'm a crazy person, is I add all of these plus other stuff. I've got some apple cider vinegar, I've got some cooking sherry, but I add all of these flavors to this chicken and cook it down something wicked, because these are then going to go onto slider buns. Those slider buns can be Hawaiian, they can be generic, normal, they can be from one of my local grocery store brands, they can be from a local baker, it doesn't matter. I actually believe that I have some biscuits in the fridge that I've yet to make, so I might even cook those up and make some, kind of a biscuit rotisserie chicken sliders. But that's basically all we're doing, is we're taking and we're making some barbecue chicken sliders for the big game. And so you make a pot of this, and then it doesn't matter what your bread is. And for those of you that actually don't want to have carbs, sorry, all sugar, lots of carbs here. But for those that do not want to have additional carbs beyond their sugar, eating this in a bowl with a fork is delicious. So yeah, this is a little nutty, but we'll get into it in a second. Sorry. I love the way that apple cider vinegar and sherry smell when you combine them with chicken. Oh my goodness. Seriously, we need to come up with a way to have smell-o-vision happen, because I can't describe the smell any better than what my nose is telling my brain. Oh, it's delicious. that's raw. That's the raw sauce. I haven't mixed anything up. I usually don't until I get the spatula out and then scoop it out and then dump it into the pan. So that's what we'll do. But I have in here about, a cup and a quarter. It's basically about a cup and a quarter, just over a cup of sauce, and I'm adding to all that chicken. So let's go add it to the pan. Okay, and so now what we do is we let this simmer for a very long time. So I'm gonna crank the heat down, and we are gonna let this do its thing for at least 45 minutes. So I'll come back to this in about 45 and we'll have a look. All right, so I'm pivoting. I've changed my mind. And this sometimes happens. I'm turning off my burner. And while this is coming together, and this is coming together beautifully, off camera, I stirred, I mixed, because if for those eagle-eyed, when I dumped out the rotisserie chicken in here, there was a big chunk that was frozen. So off camera, I've been mixing this up a bit so that piece could break apart. And in doing so, I was watching how the skin from the wings is combining with the meat from the rotisserie chicken that I pulled apart. And I figured to myself, you know what? It'd probably be better for my audience if I took this and chopped this up a bit more. And then I started thinking through the process of doing that. I'd have to cool this down, chop it up, bring it back together. If I'm gonna do that already, why wouldn't I just take what I said I had in my fridge and make these chicken meat pockets? So why wouldn't I take my grands, raw, split them in half, fill them with this combined, put them in the oven, and make, that sounds awesome. That just sounds yummy to me. So we're gonna pivot. So I'm gonna stop doing this so I can focus on this, but it's gonna take a few more steps. And I'm not gonna do it today because I'm gonna do this for Sunday. So I'm gonna pack all this up and we're gonna come back to this later, most likely on Sunday. So see you guys in a few. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, Andrew Doak Cooks. We are back, as I mentioned moments ago. It is now officially Sunday, the day of the Super Bowl, and it is now time for me to process the chicken. Now, I did mention that I was going to go out and I was going to grab some buns. We have them, so we're good to go. My son adores pretzel buns, so, and the rest of us like the traditional, so fine, here we are. So what are we gonna put inside of this? We're gonna put inside our chicken, which I have to now process, which is very, very messy. So, gloves. I would not advise doing this way, in this order, in the future, for anyone, because it's about to get very, very, very messy, very gross, and you could save yourself a whole lot of heartache by doing this before you add all of your sauces, but here we are. So I have to take this, and with a very big knife, I'm going to chop this up. And then we're gonna put it back in the bowl, and then I'm gonna wait a few more hours. My guests aren't here, it's in the morning. And then, well, it smells delicious. And then we are going to make up the meat pockets. There's so much chicken here. You'd think I was having an army. I'm just having just a few people over. So I might have gotten a little out of hand. and that's okay. All right, so the reason why I'm chopping this up is because I had very, very, very large pieces of chicken from the rotisserie, and I had not chopped up the processed wing meat. So we're gonna bring a element of smoke into this by having the wing meat from Jack Stack Barbecue, and then the rotisserie chicken is just from my grocery store. But what I'm going for here are small chicken pieces that I can then put inside of dough, as opposed to stringy chicken, which I will do as I pull from a rotisserie and put in a sandwich to make it easier to stay together. This is processed to the point where this, as a filling, will now work so much better inside of a meat pocket. That's all chicken. Super yummy, delicious chicken. So I'm going to finish processing the rest of this chicken. We're going to put it back in the bowl, put it back in the fridge, and then momentarily we'll come back here in a few hours and I'll put this all together and get it in the oven. Okay? All right. So gross. And to turn off the camera, I'm going to have to touch it, and not with barbecue. All right. See you guys in a few. Okay, so the idea is that I had, again, we're gonna prove it out. I don't know if this is gonna work. So you're gonna try, we're gonna do this all together, okay? So I'm preheating the oven right now. I am gonna crack this bad boy open. I am going to take a biscuit and then raw, break it in half, and then use those two halves as my platform to then fill with a little bit of chicken and then crimp it down and then give it a little bit of air so it can bake. So that's what we're gonna try. I don't know if this is gonna work. I actually just said to the other person that lives in this house with me, if this works out great, awesome, then I'll have one of my children pick up another one of these from the store, because I don't wanna go to the grocery store on Super Bowl Sunday. They can go. Or if this is absolutely terrible, then we'll just have the wings and I'll have my whole cavalcade of chips and crackers available to us. So let's find out if this works. Let's get to it. One down, what, 7 to go? All right, let's get done. So here we are. So now we're done. But someone had a very smart idea to take these and put them in the fridge and keep them cool before we put them in the oven, because it's not time for the game. And now this is ready to go, but we have a couple of more hours until the actual game starts. So I'm gonna put these in there and then we'll come back for the final video to show the reveal. All right, see you guys soon. All right, here they go. Now, I was gonna do an egg wash, but I chose not to do an egg wash because I wanna actually cook these pure. Is that the right way to say it? Clean, without additional, I don't know how this is going to work. So half of me wanted to do an egg wash. The other half of me said don't, so I didn't. So here we are. So I might have to do a little broil because you do the egg wash to brown it anyway. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna set my timer now for about 12 minutes. All right, timer's going. We'll come back and check it. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, they need more time. All right. They need more. Okay, they need more time. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm gonna do 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. All right. 5 minutes. We're back. All right. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Look at those. And that's without an egg wash. And I have not done any broiling yet. And I'm not going to broil because these look incredible. All right. I'm going to pull them out. Okay. That's super neat. Okay. Fun. All right. Give me a second. I'm going to take these out. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're done. These look incredible. They smell amazing. We're gonna bust out some dipping sauces for these. We've got ranch, we have traditional barbecue. If anyone has any Asian desires, we've got those flavors too. So we're very excited. Super Bowl Sunday. Doak cooks. Everyone, go Chiefs. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. And I hope everyone has a great Monday morning. All right, guys. See you guys next time.
I got a broken face.